I like to read. I usually read about 50 to 60 books every year. One year I think my goal was 100, and I ended up reading about 50 to 60. So the challenge for this year is to read 100 books in 2020. That's my challenge. And I'm going to accomplish it because kids' books count and young adult books count, and worst comes to worst, I'll just read a bunch of those. I don't want to have to read them all in December though, so I'm going to sort of true up to get back on pace at the end of every month. Hopefully keep a consistent rhythm throughout the year. So, first book I just finished is Traitor to the Throne, book 2 in Rebel of the Sands trilogy. 4 stars. I actually liked it better than the first book in the series, which is pretty uncommon. Hop on Pop. 4 stars for nostalgia reasons. Box Turtle. 3 stars. All the words in it were ramble, useless, ramble.
Which one?
Just finished Hero at the Falls, giving it 5 stars. It's a book all about one person, even though it has an ensemble cast. Marry Him, the case for settling for Mr. Good Enough. 3 stars. I was not the target demographic, but it made me think about some things. Drunken Fireworks by Stephen King. 3 stars. It was pretty funny, but the audiobook was brutal. Serafina. 4 stars. Dragons and music is a great combination. The Catcher in the Rye. 5 stars. It's my favorite book. And Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. 3 stars. It was way too leading. Shadow Scale. 3 stars. It's way too long and slow. Box Turtle. 2 stars. Not interesting. 4 stars. I liked the rhymes and pictures. 7 Money Rules for Life. 2 stars. I disagree with a lot of her opinions, but she got some of the facts wrong, which is unforgivable. 9 Stories. 5 stars. Salinger is the realist. Farewell to Arms. 5 stars. It takes about an hour to get used to the longer sentences, but then it's just good the rest of the way. Low Chicago. 4 stars. Pretty interesting, but what's the deal with all the superhero in Chicago books? Spanish Short Stories for Beginners. 4 estrellas era muy útil. Starsight. 5 stars. Super fun. I read it in 2 sittings. Eggshells. 2 stars. It was really funny, but just way too weird. It's Your Money, Honey. A Girl's Guide to Saving and Investing. 3 stars. Again, I wasn't really a recommended audience, but it wasn't bad. Daughter of Winter. 4 stars. I enjoyed it. Although I think that the next book in the series is only going to be 3, possibly even 2 stars. Warrior Mage. 3 stars. I wish I remembered the earlier series well enough to recognize the repeated characters. The Shining Ones. 3 stars. It's like medieval Superman. All Systems Red. 4 stars. I finally get to read about Murderbot. Artemis Fowl. 3 stars. I think I would have found it really funny as a kid. The Just City. 3 stars. I would have liked it more if I had ever read anything of Plato. Dragonkin. 2 stars. It's too weird to be interesting. The 4-Hour Work Week. 3 stars. It's very easy to dislike the author's personality. The Ballad of Black Tom. 2 stars. I didn't like it. Official Condition. 4 stars. Rogue Protocol. 5 stars. Exit Strategy. 5 stars. Shout out to Tor's marketing team for giving out free Murderbot short stories, advertising for the full-length book. Great idea. Shaman's Crossing, 2 stars. I expected a lot more from Robin Hobb. The Only Harmless Great Thing, 3 stars, good ratio of weirdness to story length. The Armored Saint, 3 stars. It all made no sense, the world shouldn't be this way. I agree. Stop making books where the premise is illogical and doesn't make sense. When you build upon that, it still doesn't make sense. Envy of Angels, 4 stars. It was fun.
Can you help me find our fish book?
I can.
Yeah. I don't need help.
Dinosaurs, Lift and Look, with flaps. 4 out of 5 stars. My nephew really liked looking under the flaps. Practical Demon Keeping, 4 stars. It was intricate and fun. The City, 3 stars. I hope I never think about that book again. The Lust Lizard of Melancholy Cove, 4 stars. It would have been 5 stars for Catfish's story alone, but then it got a little inappropriate. But I'm really happy I did an audiobook for it. Happy Birthday to You, 4 stars. It got the message across, but mispronounced snooker. What Makes a Rainbow, 2 stars. I still have no idea how rainbows are made. Puppy's First Christmas, 3 stars. I question whether a boot is a suitable replacement for a skunk house. If Then, 4 stars. It was like a microdose of Annihilation and had really good characters. Lonesome Dove, 5 stars. I feel like I just watched a movie. Dinosaurs, whatever I rated it last time I read it. Red Shirts, 4 stars. I'd watched if it was on TV, although the book should have ended when the story ended. The Tiger's Daughter, 4 stars. It was nice. I feel like the sequel could be 5 stars. First Touch, 3 stars. It was a straightforward novella prequel. Netherworld, 3 stars. It started out fun, but then it got really frustrating. The dinosaur book again. Tales of Our 3 stars. It's difficult to rate because some of the stories were much better than others. Windmaster's Bane, 3 stars. It was a good story, but he took way too many words to tell it. Nemesis, 2 stars. That's my 54th book. I'm 12 behind schedule. Cal, 4 stars. It's funny. Hallucination, 3 stars. Good story. Early Learning Activity Book, 4 stars. There wasn't much to read, but the pictures were a big hit. What If You Had an Animal Tail, 3 stars. 1,000-Star Hotel, 3 stars. It was a little bit unrealistic. The Crystal Egg, 3 stars. I've seen an egg like that before. The Platner Story, 3 stars. Super weird. Dinosaurs again. Darwin Affair, 3 stars. It took me so long to finish. Half a Chance, 5 stars. I Owe You One, 4 stars. The author knows people. The 28th Gate, Volume 1, 4 stars. I have 2 months to read 32 more books. I might have to hit up the kids section soon. Monster Blood 2, 1 star. Absolutely terrible. Jessie, 3 stars. Much better. Ghost Legion, 3 stars. It was a little generic, but it was fun. Yeah, we're pumping those numbers up with some easy books. Let's see. Are You My Mother, 3 stars. It was fun. Next stop, Mexico, was 2 stars. I thought it was very poorly written. Real Friends, 5 stars. Real good. Homes Around the World, 3 stars. I thought it was good. I wish they had had igloos in it as well. Smell My Foot, sadly 3 stars. It was incredibly ridiculous, but it did make me laugh a couple times. Little Big Nate was 3 stars only because it knew when to end. It knew the 10 sentences was big enough for that book. And the book with no pictures, 4 stars. The audiobook by spoken by BJ Novak was pretty funny. I could see my nephew enjoying that one. Primary Fault, 3 stars. It's a very strange book. There's like a lot of lore that was referenced, but not explained. The Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, Volume 1, 4 stars. Volume 2, 3 stars. The writing/translation is a little bit off, but it's super fun to read. Green Eggs and Ham, 2 stars. It wasn't the full story.
But why does Glover turn the pages?
You turned the pages. The monster at the end of this book, 4 stars. Very fun.
I make them turn the pages, but he turned the pages again.
I know.
But I was trying to let him stop turning the pages.
The Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, Volume 3. 4 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars. Volume 11, 3 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars. The books varied quite a bit, especially by translation quality. Really had a big impact on whether I liked the book or not. This book I gave 2 stars. The whole book was about a battle. I've never been able to visualize a battle worse than this book. I have no idea what went on, and it was the entire book. But some of them are super great, so that makes 100. I'm done the challenge. I still have 2 weeks to go. We'll see how many above and beyond 100 I go, but very happy to run into this series. Okay, the year is over. Here's how I did. 125 books read. I'm on book 46 of the Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, I think. So that definitely helped to blow past my goal. A total of 30,000 pages. The shortest one was this Green Eggs and Ham magnetic sticker book. The longest was Lonesome Dove. I didn't read any 1,000-page books, which is actually a little surprising. A lot of short ones this year. Average of 244, so they weren't too short, because there were quite a few double-digit kids' books in that. So the most popular was, as usual, Catcher in the Rye. I'm happy this is not popular. This one was not good at all. My average was 3.3. I gave most of my books a 3, as you've seen. It's pretty hard to go either direction away from a 3. Here are all the books. I read some different Salinger books for the first time. Martha Wells. I heard a lot about Murderbot. Finally got to read about Murderbot. I was very impressed by her writing. Read this one a ton of times. Goodreads has the same cover art for all of the Legendary Moonlight Sculptor ones. But there we go. Congratulations. You're really good at reading and probably a lot of other things too. I'm good at everything, Goodreads. Challenge complete.